Hello and welcome to Talk RCDE and welcome back here to the channel, guys, and welcome to the big derby preview and here the fiercely contested rivalry in the city of Barcelona between Espanyol de Cornellà and FC Barcelona, in which I can guarantee you nothing is going to be left out there tomorrow. Both sides are going to give 100%, and I really do mean that, because there has been an average of nearly 7 cards shown per game over the last 5 meetings between these two. It is fierce, it is raw, it is usually very entertaining, but of all else, it's going to get out of hand. It is going to get really intense, and we've got to be in full control tomorrow. We have got to play this match on our own terms, in our own way, and guarantee ourselves 3 vital points at this stage of the season. We don't want to give Espanyol the satisfaction of taking not even a single point away from us. We don't even want to give them the satisfaction of even scoring a goal in their own stadium. Do not give them anything. We want this. Kickoff will be coming to us at 8:45 local time at the RCDE Stadium in Espanyol, and what you know will be a very fierce atmosphere there at Espanyol. There's no love lost between the fans, there's no love lost between the players, and you can see it all unfold right here, guys, with the kickoff times right around the world. You do not want to miss this one. It's gonna go off. And as always, you have been predicting, with nearly 60% of you confident of a victory by 2 goals on Saturday night, followed there by a lot of you as well going with 3+ goals. That would be a dream come true. That would be brilliant to humiliate Espanyol in their own stadium. But going there tomorrow in this kind of derby game, this is one of those where you take anything. As long as we get those 3 points, get out of there with a win, and anything else is a bonus. Elsewhere in La Liga, it's 3rd against 4th in the league table, with Atletico Madrid hosting Alaves at the Wanda Metropolitano Stadium, which should be a very tightly contested affair there between good teams. Alaves in really good form in the game after that one on Saturday, which is a fantastic day of football in La Liga. Second place Sevilla have a really tough trip in store, heading to Mestalla to face Valencia, whereas Real Madrid will be travelling to the bottom side in La Liga, Huesca, on Sunday afternoon, which should be there a guaranteed 3 points for Real Madrid. But away from home this season, they have been very poor indeed, so really anything could happen. And when you look in there at the league table, you'd imagine really there's going to be a few drop points in that top 4 this weekend, a lot of tough encounters like we just mentioned, and some really exciting games to look forward to. But I bank really on Real Madrid getting back there into the Champions League places. But all we've got to worry about is ourselves. Don't worry about what's going on around us, don't worry about what's happening in the other games. All you've got to focus on Saturday evening is our own game, our own performance, getting the win that we need, and most importantly, staying top of that league where we belong, do the job that we need to do. And look, on the face of it, it is going to be a very tough encounter for all the reasons that I've already mentioned. And the atmosphere, the team that we're facing, it is difficult conditions to go there and play your game and play really the way that we want to play. And we've had mixed success really in our recent trips to Espanyol, without a win in our last trips there in all competitions. Twice we've gone there in our last 2 games and failed to get the win, drawing 1-1 last season in the league, dropping 2 points there, and also losing 1-0 in the Copa del Rey back in January of 2018. But going back to 2017 and 2016 there, you can see we dominated with 2 and 3-0 victories. So it's certainly possible to get a good result if we go there with the right attitude and play in the right way. And if we just go back to that last league meeting in Cornellà back in February, where Gerard Piqué, of all people, was the man who rescued a point for us, robbed Espanyol of the victory, and that was a game that was littered with fouls. There was abuse, of course, which even took place on the pitch, with no action taken against that, and we simply cannot give Espanyol anything in this game. Do not allow them anything on the field, and it just shows you what we've got to do. We've got to go out there, we've got to work hard. It's a derby game. You've got to be focused, you've got to be concentrated. Do not switch off for a single second. Don't allow Espanyol to get onto the first ball. If you miss out on the first ball, win the second ball. In a derby game, do not give them anything to lift their spirits. Don't give the crowd any opportunity to get themselves involved in this game. Ignore the crowd. Don't get involved in Espanyol's stupid games that they're going to play. Don't rise to that bait. Keep your head down. Know your job in your own mind. Know what you're going to go out there and do and perform. Don't get bullied, and play how we know, without any fear, with a lot of confidence. We're top of the league. We're going into this game far superior to Espanyol, as we always do. So go out there and show that. Secure all 3 points against a side who right now, they're struggling. Despite a very good start to the season from Espanyol. In the last few games, they have really tailed off. They're lacking in confidence right now. They're currently on a run of 3 successive league defeats in La Liga, losing against Sevilla, Girona, Getafe in recent weeks, which is leaving them currently in 8th place. But you know that in a derby game, form goes out of the window, things can change very quickly, and Espanyol do hold right now the 5th best home record in the entire league. So it is not going to be easy. I'm not saying this game is going to be easy by any stretch of the imagination, and I certainly think Gerard Piqué is going to need another strong performance here, just like he did against Villarreal, and he is going to need to keep Borja Iglesias really quiet. He is a really good forward. He started the season well at Espanyol, 8 La Liga goals already, and I think that's a battle that Gerard Piqué is going to enjoy that. He's going to enjoy getting very tight to Borja, just like against Gerard Moreno against Villarreal last weekend. He's going to enjoy that battle. He's going to ignite it a few times, and I think certainly we've got to focus on that first goal. Get the first goal, get the opening goal as early as you possibly can in this kind of game, just so you can quieten the crowd, kill the momentum from the side of Espanyol, and just dampen those spirits. Keep them on that downward spiral that they're currently on by silencing them, getting that first goal, and then setting the tone for the game. You can play how you want to play, you can control the ball, you can be patient. When you're ahead, we can dictate, but it's so important tomorrow that we don't give them any lift, any momentum, any confidence by getting in there and getting that opener. But if we now move on to the official squad announcement from Ernesto Valverde, and then of course my predicted lineup for this big game, and the squad list does contain one very good injury point and one very bad injury point. The bad one is that Arthur has not made it in time to make the squad list for this game away at Espanyol. He hasn't quite recovered yet from that muscle overload. He's still recovering. He's been training, but unfortunately does not make the squad for this one. The plus though is that Luis Suárez, tailor-made for a game like this, a lot of tenacity, a lot of aggression. He is ready for this one and included in the squad, along with Ter Stegen, Semedo, Piqué, Rakitic, Busquets. Denis Suárez remains in the squad. He really wants to play in this game, at least some part, after his performance in the week against Cultural Leonesa. Coutinho is there, Suárez the same, Messi, Dembele, Sillerson returns, Longley, Alba, Munir. Alenya is there as a first team player for the first time. Arturo Vidal, Thomas Vermaelen returns to a La Liga squad. Juan Miranda and Iñaki Peña complete the squad to face Espanyol. And now, if I was to make a prediction on what I think Valverde will do in this kind of game, I'm going to go with the following. The back four for me, and of course the goalkeeper is nailed on. Ter Stegen, Jordi Alba here, Longley and Piqué together as a partnership with Nelson Semedo at right back. Busquets is definitely going to start, as of course we know is Ivan Rakitic, and I think Arturo Vidal probably as well tailor-made for a game of this nature. A lot of aggression, a lot of intensity in that midfield. He could come out in the one-on-one battles and really do well in a game like this, and I think Luis Suárez, if he's in the squad, if he's fit, you know that he wants to play, and I think Valverde is going to throw him straight back in there as the centre forward, which will see Lionel Messi go back out to this right hand side, and I'm really hoping that Dembele remains in the team. I would be so disappointed with Ernesto Valverde if he suddenly puts Suárez back in the team and then takes Dembele out altogether. If Dembele does not start this game after the way that he's played over the past few games, when we've really needed him, when we've really needed him, he has stepped up. I'd be so disappointed now if he was just thrown away, and that would really hurt his confidence. What we need to do is do a lot better in midfield. We know that, and I think it's also going to help with Suárez back. Messi can come off to the right hand side, and that'll really help him, I think, in terms of getting the ball out here. He can come inside, and when he does come inside, as he will, you've got to rely on Semedo then to do what he was doing really in midweek. He was really confident when he was playing against Cultural Leonesa. He's got to get into those spaces. He's got to get down the line as often as he possibly can, and with Suárez back, Vidal won't be so advanced, which should help our overall midfield play, combining here with Rakitic and combining with Sergio Busquets. But like I say, the main point here would be keep Dembele in the team. Even if you've got to move him over to the left, do that. Don't just take him out. And of course, as the game goes on, you've got some really good options here coming off the bench. The likes of Felipe Coutinho, who could slot in midfield, who could slot in the front three. You've got Carlos Alenya, somebody who can come on again and prove an attacking threat as well as being a midfield player. And as well, of course, somebody like Denis Suárez, fresh from Wednesday's game against Cultural Leonesa, 2 goals in that game. A lot of confidence right now for him flowing through those veins. He wants to be involved, and he could also be an option coming off the bench in a game like this. And my score prediction for this one, guys, is going to be as follows. Barcelona 3, Espanyol 1 tomorrow night in the big derby. I'm going to guess the goal scorer scorers. I'm going to go with Borja for Espanyol. I'm going to go with Messi, Dembele to get one at the death, and sandwich between those two, a goal, another brilliant moment for Gerard Piqué at Espanyol. It would be beautiful. So leave your thoughts and your predictions in the comments down below, guys. Who do you think should start tomorrow? Should Suárez be thrown straight back in? Should Dembele keep his place in that team? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And of course, I will see you following the result of tomorrow's game. I'll see you then. But until then, as always, Visca el Barça.
Barça, Barça.